Hey guys, Brian here from Solid Woodworks on another van guide how-to video. This one is going to be, as you can see, how to install a roof fan vent system. This one that I'm working with right now is a MaxxFan. I've installed a couple of these and have worked with them before in other vans. They're really good. They have a lot of really good reviews online. A couple of the really cool features is, if you can see, comes with this extra piece so that once you install this into your actual van, this is where you'll screw it into the top of the van like so. Then this part will flop on top of it. These holes will go through these holes you can barely see right up in here. You'll have to move the top up a little bit to get to them. So if you can see, that would be on top of your van. That's pretty low, you know, in case you're trying to go through a parking structure or something like that, or if you just want to keep it closed from rain or different things. This part goes underneath it all. So the reason it's so tall is so that depending on how thick your roofing is and the insulation and all that, you can cut it down to fit any size like that. So they just make it a little extra tall for you just in case. A couple cool features about this is it has a manual crank right here to open and close. So right here you want to open it. I'm doing it opposite way right now, obviously, because it's not mounted yet. Twist that, opens it. So that's what it looks like when it's open. So this is what you're going to need to install the roof vent fan. We got our lap sealant that you're going to caulk around the outside. This is your tape for the installation of the little mount that you're going to mount your fan in. You tape that around to kind of build up the sides so that you have a nice place to squeeze together so that it screws tight and there's no gaps. A tape measure, blue tape to tape around the top, a Sharpie to mark where you're going to tape and then eventually cut, screwdriver, drill motor, a drill motor with a metal bit. What I use this for is to mark so that you can have a nice square to use your jigsaw with. Knife, some sandpaper to sand the edges once you cut the actual hole out, and of course your jigsaw with a metal blade and a couple extra blades go through some. This is the van I'm going to be working on, putting the fan in. It's a previous van build that I have done before. If you want to see the inside of what I built in there, there's a link in the description. There's also going to be a link in the description of all of the materials and parts I've used today in this how-to. So what I've got right now so far up here is my tape measure, marker, drill bit, and the escutcheon mount. This is the hole where it's going to be going. What I'm going to do first is measure out, find center, make sure that this thing is proportioned right in the middle of that hole, tape that, and then mark the line right in the middle of the tape so that I don't scratch any other parts of the van. Definitely a very good thing to do so that you don't mess up the roof of your van any more than you need to. I also recommend that when you are on the roof of your van, always try to stay towards the sides. The middle, a lot of bow, there's not as much stability as there is on the walls here. So here we go. So what we're going to do first, this thing is 13 7/8. So we'll probably cut the hole at 14 just to be safe, give that little bit of wiggle room. 14 by 14, perfect. The room we got to work with here, it looks like about 17.5 by 17.5, so perfect. We got more than enough room right there. So right off this ridge, it's 2 inches. We'll mark. Another thing that will be useful to have is a little straight edge ruler. We can mark these straight. So it looks like once we came in 2 inches on each side, go mark to mark, 14 inches, perfect. I'm going to mark that real quick, and I'll mark it this way. $14, perfect. You can see I have my lines marked out on my blue tape, ready to go. What I'm going to do now is drill a hole in each corner so that I have a place to set the jigsaw into, saw all the way across to the next one, turn it this way, and saw all the way across. It makes it a lot easier and cleaner than having to cut from the middle and come all the way out or something like that. Alright, here we go. Got it all marked out. Got the camera set. Got the jigsaw. It's about to go down. Alright, I want to show you how it's looking so far. So you can see how I did that, and boom, it ends, starts again. See how I'm about to do this next one? How the jigsaw fits right in the hole. Perfect. Got these nice little round corners now. Looking pretty good. I'm about to do my last one here and kind of show you firsthand what it looks like from this perspective. There we go. There's your hole, right in the center of that cutout that was already there. Awfully handy. Alright, so once the hole is cut and the tape is off, you're going to want to take your sanding block or file, whatever you got with you. Sand up these edges a little bit. Sand it up. You want to brush out the area as best as possible. Get all this dust, flakes of metal, everything out of here. Always good to have a nice clean working area. And you're going to want to do that so that you can put some alcohol or acetone right here where you're going to put this tape. You want to rub that whole area here so that the tape sticks nice and good. Alright, here's my alcohol. Rub nice good area around the sides. Alright, the area is all clean. Got it all alcoholed out. Just one more time and check to make sure that this fits. Perfect. It's right in there. You got a little bit of wiggle room, just enough to make sure it's nice and square in there. You don't want it to be cockeyed when you're looking down the van. You can measure this out right here. Make sure that's all nice and good. Now for the tape. It's hard to kind of tell, but this stuff is like putty more than a tape. It's pretty neat stuff. What I'm going to do is just apply it 3/4 of an inch past the hole, right along the side. Just like so. As I said, go a little bit past. Alright, so I have one layer down now. I'm going to peel it off. Now I'm going to put a second layer over it. You can see I'm going to overlap it right here. Make sure it's nice and flush and adhering properly. Adhering, I should say, properly. I have a little bit extra because I ran out of the white stuff, but this is some I've left over from another job. Same thing, just a different color. So that's on there nice and tight. You can see how I overlapped it on both sides. 2 layers thick so that once you screw it down, it'll squeeze nice and good. It's on. Pushing down firmly. Make sure it's all in there nice and tight. So the screw pack that comes with the fan comes with a couple different kinds of screws, if you can see here. These white-headed screws are for the inside, once you put the trim in on the inside, after the roof is installed, or after the ceiling is installed. There's 6 of those, I believe. And there's a couple of these shorter fat ones you can see right here. Those ones are for the sides that you're going to put in right here to actually attach the fan. So you want these ones right now, the longer ones. These are the ones that are going to go in every single one of these holes all the way around. So what I'm about to do is pre-drill some of these holes right here with a metal drill bit. Makes it a lot easier for when the screws go in. Alright, all the holes are pre-drilled. Now I'm starting to screw in the screws. As you can see, I've gotten a couple of them in already. What you want to do is drill it all the way until you see it pull down a little bit. Only go a couple more clicks. The more you go, you're going to strip the screw and or the metal inside there, and it's not going to grab. Alright, so now that I've got all the screws in here, I'm going to use what I showed you in the beginning, lap sealant, to get underneath right here and on top of the screw heads, so that everything is for sure sealed. It is very important. Definitely make sure the surface is clean as well. Looks like a little bit of dust might have gotten along here during the screwing and drilling process. Right along the edge. Alright, there we go. We got all the screw heads filled and the side. Just make sure nothing gets under there. Self-leveling, so let it set overnight. And it will be turned to a little rubbery substance. Don't be afraid to use too much. Now we're going to set the top roof vent on and attach it at these little points you can see here. The drill motor, screws, and the fan vent. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that. So we've got the shorter, fatter screws now. There's 4 of them that comes in the package. Right here are the holes we're going into, 2 here, 2 on the other side. The screws go from the outside in. So this is how I go about it. I open up the the fan vent as far as possible so I can get the drill motor under there to the place right here where the screws go in. Pop this guy on there. Boom. That looks really good, I like that. Alright, now let's find those holes. Sometimes you might have to wiggle this thing just a little bit. Looks like we gotta move it. Put down a little bit. Okay, there it is. One. 4th. And that's your roof fan vent. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more how-to videos, click subscribe up in the top right corner. Some quick questions in the comment section would be great.